Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to the videos. The paid request this time from a werewolf. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, reviews, topics, reactions, re-reviews, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, this is for, like I say, a werewolf for Galerians, or Galerians Rion from 2002. And when I saw the title of this, I went, is that the video game? Because I know, and there was a PlayStation 1 survival horror game called Galerians. I never played it, don't have the game, but from what I understand, you're a guy that wakes up in a hospital and you have these psychic powers and you're trying to escape this hospital, and depending how you utilize it, you can make people's heads explode or burn them up, and you have to like maintain your health and how you use it, and it seemed like a different type of survival horror. And I didn't know there was a movie on it. This, I guess, is maybe 3 episodes of an OVA put together, because it's a very short film. It's an hour and 10 minutes. Now, I saw the American version with the English dub, and the English dub is pretty fucking laughable. And the movie itself, it's hard to call it good, but I gotta admit I was entertained by it. I think in a weird way it brought a sense of nostalgia, even though I never played this game. Maybe if I played the game, this would be more understandable, less confusing. But it felt like an hour-long cutscene of a PlayStation 1 game. It looks like it too. Like, the animation is very rough. It is that, I can't recall PlayStation 2. It's like that PlayStation 1 era of cutscenes. And someone like took a video game, took all the cutscenes, put them together, and then also the soundtrack on this. Because I guess when it went to America, they put the English dub, and then they put a lot of new metal, Slipknot, Godhead, Seven Dust, these bands. I gotta admit, I actually enjoyed that. A lot of people, oh my god, this is blasphemy. I actually liked it. It made for a surreal, maybe not that surreal, but very weird, but kind of fun experience. There's barely a story. Rion wakes up, hears these voices. He's in this psychiatric ward, this memorial hospital. Breaks out of his isolation room. Sadly, doesn't blow up any heads, which I'm thinking, well, if that's in the video game, why didn't you blow up heads here? Like, it's not that violent. He burns up a lot of people. But I wish he blew. I mean, that would have been a little bit of the cherry on top. Let him blow up some heads. If the video game standard style, you blow up heads, should do it in this as well. So I don't know why they didn't do that. I don't know if there's a rating issue or something else. But a werewolf, maybe you know more about this than me. How come they didn't have heads blow up like they did in the game? Because I did watch a bit of the game footage before watching this. But he pretty much using his psychic weapons. And it does play off like a game. Where he fights and kills some people. Then he fights a boss. Then he goes to a new location. Then he fights some, kills a boss, goes to a different location. Kills a boss, goes to a different location. And really is to get to this girl named Lilia. Having flashbacks of his mom and dad. And that they died. And that there's this evil artificial intelligence named Dorothy. And it was something about we wanted to teach the AI that we were gods and creators, but then the AI wanted to be a god and creator herself. And so the AI then created these Galerians, which were these clones or whatever that have psychic powers. So everybody has a god complex. And there's a lot of streaming. There's a lot of big old orgasm faces from everybody, including Rion, the lead. And apparently, to maintain this power, you have to take these drugs. So, like the opposite of DARE program. Take drugs, kids. Take drugs. And like I said, it goes from him burning up these guards to he takes this drug, lost memories, fuck up these guys who are in these machines. There's this thing that looks like a low budget Terminator and its state of the art PS1 cutscene graphics. And I'll take this drug and have this big. Rion has this big orgasm. I don't know why I sound like Tim Allen from Home Improvement. But. Yeah, blows up things. I will say it went at a fast pace because it's just him fighting. A little bit of backstory, fighting, different location, goes to his old home, flashbacks. Here's a guy that I guess his name was Birdman. That's another thing. Like half the time I was laughing at the film, so at least I was enjoying myself. And when he's at his old home, and this guy named Birdman, who's very emo, like the emo evil twin of Rion, he's attacked by the Men in Black. And he does, while music like new metal Seven Dust music is playing. And I actually didn't mind the music. I actually would like to look up the soundtrack to this movie. At least this American version. But it's like nostalgia of an era I lived in. And that's kind of what it felt like. It was these PlayStation graphics, playing the PlayStation 1 for a chunk of that time. Hearing this music on the radio or in movies of that time. And liking bands like Seven Dust. Sadly, no Live Again, which is my favorite song of theirs. And this teen edgelord killing the Men in Black to new metal music. I'm like, okay, this is kind of fun. Laughable, but fun. I don't know why Birdman wears overalls that he stole from Hillbilly Jim from WWF. But he does. He wears these yokel Farmer Bob overalls. I'm like, what? Is his dad Hillbilly Jim? And apparently, the reason he's searching for Lilia is that Lilia has this virus in her brain, and then Rion is the launch. So she has the virus in her brain, and he has the launch code in his psychic ability. So the two of them can shoot it into the AI Dorothy and destroy and kill the AI and save the world, I guess. I have to say I guess because it's always like you're playing a video game, but you don't get to play it, and because you're not playing the actual game, the story, in a weird way, is not confusing. Psychic guy wakes up, kills a bunch of people, kills some bosses, gets the girl, two of them destroy the evil AI. The end. But it still feels as if there's a fucking quite a bit of gaps missing. And I mean, it's just I'm like, man, the PS1 graphic looking cutscenes, the laughable faces some people have. I gotta admit, the lead guy kind of looked like a femboy or something. It looked like one of those like femboy type of things. And sorry, Rion fans. And yeah, you have a lot of awkward line deliveries. Am I dying? Yes, I think so. At the battles, I mean, I guess they tried to do, but like there's a bit where he fights the Birdman guy, and he pushes the guy flies back and hits the roof of a house, but it's like he hits it and then does like a goofy flip and then falls back. So it's like even the physics of the whole movie in that bit didn't work. That rad doll of that guy. There's a bit that they go to he goes to this hotel and there's this fat guy with who glows yellow. fuck do you think you are, the last dragon? You think you got the power of the glow? And didn't really know who this guy was. He looked like he stole Marty McFly's vest. And he tossed like he wants to of mice and men like that. Who was that character? Tell me about the rabbits. But it has this fire, but it's all illusion. So he fucks up the guy and kills the fat guy. And he immediately goes to another boss with this lady throwing all this furniture at him. But he took this drug that he found from this random guy. Going to juice you up. And then, yeah. And then they're trying to kill the guy. But then when they're beaten, then we're supposed to feel sorry for him. Please, please, stop it. Please kill me. I can't live anymore. I'm like, I barely know who you are. The few bits I know is you tried to kill the lead because you're working for the bad guys. Now I'm supposed to feel sorry for you. Am I missing some information here? And then, I know, spoilers. You find out at the end that each of these were Galerians. They were created by the evil AI. And that Rion himself is one of these, also created to find this girl, Lilia. But he was given human emotions. I don't even know why. Because why didn't you have him just be like your other henchmen? And also, if you want Rion to find the girl, why are you sending these other guys to kill him? It's kind of a weird mixed message. You created this version of Rion to go find the girl, but then you have these other people you created to go kill the guy before you found the girl. So do you want them to find the girl? Or do you want them to kill this guy that you created to find the girl before you found the girl, but you don't try to kill him before you found the girl, even though you want him to find the girl? So do you want to find the girl and then kill him? Or, okay, you found the girl, now you want to kill him. Okay, that makes a bit more sense, but he hasn't even found the girl yet. And Birdman, which I don't know why he's called Birdman. He doesn't look like a bird. He's not dressed like a bird. He's not Michael Keaton from Birdman. Hillbilly Jim is more his forte. So they get to this mushroom tower. No, there's no Martyr Brothers there. There's this guy who's looks like Rion, but is his evil twin. You're my little brother. Yeah, well, fuck you then. Stick this up your cornhole. Tries to kill our lead character. He fires back. This would have been a great opportunity to make his head explode. But instead he flies back, and I guess his body explodes, but it's done such a shitty effect. I'm like, I guess he did, yeah. The two of them get to the AI, which the AI has a little bit of an H.R. Dieter design. I wish more of the environment, more of the landscape had that H.R. Dieter design. I think that could have made it much more of a visually interesting movie, if a lot more of the backgrounds. If this is a survival horror game, I wish more of the movie had a survival horror feel to it, an aspect to it. I guess the new metal music wouldn't really make it that scary either. And then, spoiler alert, they defeat the creature, they defeat the AI, but then the girl lives, but Rion dies because I guess he used too much of his power. And then he dies, and the girl's left, and the world is saved, and the movie's over. In like an hour and 10 minutes. Like I say, it wasn't boring. It's more of just, what? And okay, I like that song, I like the soundtrack, and these cutscenes. I remember watching, loving games like this, back in the day playing PlayStation. And, seeing that stuff back in the day. And maybe people be like, you're being too mean, Matt. At least say PlayStation 2 graphics of cutscenes, maybe. But I don't know, man. Like, I can't even say that because I'm looking at like Area 51 and Cold Fear and Sound L2, and they look better cutscene wise than this movie. So I would say PlayStation 1 because look at the cutscenes in Sound L2 and some of the other stuff. And Evil Dead, Fistful of Boomstick, the cutscenes of that look really good. They look better than this movie. So yes, I gotta stick with PS1. So, again, I don't know if I played the game, I would understand this more. I would say that, I mean, the graphics, in all seriousness, the graphics being better would have helped. The English dubbing being better would have helped. Being a bit more. Being a little bit less. It's hard to say less confusing, but it feels like there's gaps missing. That would have helped that I have those gaps missing. Put in some head explosions, like in the game, that would have helped. The have a little bit more budget maybe for the battles. If he has second ability, like have a bit more variety in the battles than kind of just going unleashing this shit. Maybe a little bit more of that H.R. Dieter background, because like I said, the physical manifestation AI had a little bit of H.R. Dieter's like a mechanical theme with the titties there. Not blatant, but enough. Maybe I didn't have more backgrounds of that. I have a bit more of a survival horror feel of the game survival horror. I'm assuming because it's labeled survival horror, people say it is, but I've never played the game, so if you have, you feel free. But I can't, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have enjoyment out of it. Because of the weird mix of, again, never knowing this game got a movie. Pretty straightforward. Kill boss, next level. Kill boss, next level. But yeah, add in some gore. Really, like, go even more mental. Go even more crazy. Flourish the graphics more. Add in some gore. Add in some blood. Add in some head explosions. Really go for broke. Like anime. Like other piece of anime. Like maybe if you took the same thing and done it anime style. Like Akira. Or Ninja Scroll. And which are pretty bloody films. Maybe this would have worked. Even you could even keep the new metal music. Because I actually like the music. So I guess if you want to get a chuckle, or if you want to hear some of this new metal music, or I guess have this weird trip back into nostalgia land. I know that doesn't make sense, but that's what popped in my head. Or I guess if you played the games, sure, give it a watch. I admit I had some fun with it, even though maybe I should not have, but. It is what it is. With that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.